Everyone pushes me every training session and everyone's got belief in me. And if it feels good now that it's come to like fruition, like I've done it for them, do you know what I mean? So.
Look out for that token Superman punch.
Molly "Meatball" McCann has provided fight fans with spectacular thrills in the cage, from winning Cage Warriors to delivering world-shaking spinning elbow knockouts. Today, we're counting down Molly McCann's top 9 career moments, which include her knockouts, wins, and celebrations that made her one of the most thrilling stars in the UFC. But before we get into the details, allow me to introduce you to the phenomenon himself. Molly Maria McCann Pearson, born on May 4th, 1990, is a retired English mixed martial artist. She once held the Cage Warriors Flyweight Championship and later went on to compete in the UFC, where she fought in the women's strawweight division. Molly "Meatball" McCann is more than just another fighter on the UFC roster. She's a story of strength, determination, and passion. Molly was born and reared in Liverpool in a working-class home where she had to work for everything she got. She was a football player at first, but she really discovered her passion for mixed martial arts. From the moment she entered the cage, her constant pressure, fearless striking, and unbreakable resilience distinguished her from others. People like Molly, not only because of what she does in the octagon, but also because of who she is in real life. She unapologetically embodies her true self, loud, passionate, and deeply proud of her origins. Fans can identify with her struggles, celebrate her victories, and strive for every victory. She is proud to represent Liverpool and wears the weight of her town on her shoulders every time she competes. Here are my top 9 picks for the best plays from Molly Maria McCann's remarkable career. 9. First professional fight, 2015. Molly McCann's first professional fight in 2015 was more than just her debut. It marked the beginning of a journey that would determine her identity as a fighter. She competed in her hometown of Liverpool, carrying both nerves and pride as she made her professional debut. The atmosphere was electric, with local fans rallying behind her, instilling in her a sense of belonging and responsibility. Many boxers remember their first professional fight as a moment of validation, and Molly's first-round TKO was more than just a triumph. It demonstrated that her years of preparation and sacrifice had paid off. That performance established the tone for her career, combative, unwavering, and propelled by the enthusiasm of her fans. From that night forward, fans referred to her as Meatball Molly, a fighter whose tenacity and charisma would distinguish her in the world of women's MMA. 8. Cage Warriors Women's Championship. Molly McCann's journey for the UFC began with her triumph in Cage Warriors, which is widely considered Europe's top MMA promotion and a breeding ground for future UFC stars. Many great fighters, including Conor McGregor and Michael Bisping, began their careers there, so winning a title in Cage Warriors carries significant weight in the MMA world. Molly defended her Cage Warriors Flyweight Championship against Bryony Terrell in Liverpool in February 2018. Fighting in front of her local fans, she demonstrated her aggressive boxing style and relentless pressure, winning by TKO in the 3rd round. That win earned her a belt and confirmed her reputation as one of Europe's top female fighters at the time. For the UFC, this demonstrated Molly's ability to execute under pressure, finish fights, and maintain champion-level intensity. Just months later, she signed with the UFC, turning her ambition into a reality. 7. First UFC fight in Liverpool. Every fighter dreams of making their UFC debut, period. But Molly McCann did something most fighters never do. She made it in her birthplace of Liverpool. As she walked out of the Echo Arena, the crowd recognized her as one of their own, and their roar shook the structure. Although she suffered a painful defeat in the fight, the atmosphere was remarkable. Her city's love and support fueled her, instead of discouraging her. That night marked the start of her journey, establishing the foundation for her resilience and the strong fan connection she enjoys today. 6. First victory in the UFC, 2019. Molly McCann entered the octagon for UFC Fight Night in London in March 2019, aiming to establish a name for herself. She faced Priscilla Cachoeira, a powerful striker known for her ferocity. Molly dominated the bout from the start, utilizing unrelenting pressure, crisp boxing combinations, and better grappling. It represented redemption following a difficult debut loss. Tears of pride welled up in her eyes as she raised her hand, revealing the significance of the moment. She truly belonged. 5. This winning streak, Molly's 3-fight winning streak in the UFC, marked a significant milestone in her career.
Debut in the UFC didn't go your way, but since then, 3 in a row. I mean, the feeling, I think, has got to be pretty good right now.
I mean, the biggest slice of humble pie I've ever had in my life on my debut, and it shaped me into the person that I am now. And I think you'll all see a difference in character, in not work ethic, but there's just a different air about me and a belief. And in that fight, I can't tell you how sick that I felt, and you probably seen it towards the end. And we were talking to the corner team before I went out, and I was like, if I'm sick.
Showcasing her growth as a fighter and her capacity to excel under pressure. Each victory came against formidable opponents, and she earned them with relentless forward movement, powerful striking exchanges, and tenacious determination that kept her in command. This consistency elevated her image beyond just being entertaining. Fans and pundits began to see her as someone who could move up the rankings. The streak also demonstrated her better conditioning and battle IQ, indicating that she was becoming a serious contender rather than a novelty. 4. March 2022, spinning elbow knockout. Molly McCann's finish at UFC London in March 2022 is one of the most iconic in women's MMA history. She set up the knockout against Luana Carolina by applying constant pressure and excellent boxing, forcing her opponent backward. Then in the third round, McCann executed a perfect spinning back elbow that hit flush on Carolina's chin, rendering her unconscious. The O2 Arena erupted as the audience witnessed a highlight reel ending that quickly went viral. The video was widely circulated on Sportsnet looks and social media, solidifying McCann's status as a fan favorite and marking a watershed event in her UFC career. 3. Spotlighting Molly McCann and Paddy Pimblett. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, Molly McCann's teammate and friend, greatly influenced her ascent in the UFC in 2022. The two quickly became fan favorites, especially after fighting on the same UFC London card and winning convincingly. Their intensity inside and outside the octagon thrilled the crowd. Molly with her spinning elbow knockouts and Paddy with his flashy entrances and finishes. Following their triumphs, they celebrated together by dancing and engaging the audience, resulting in amazing viral moments. Their collaboration demonstrated the potential of teamwork in sports, transforming them into hometown heroes in Liverpool and beloved stars around the world. 2. Second spinning elbow KO, July 2022. In July 2022, Molly McCann stunned fans once more with a brilliantly timed spinning elbow knockout of Hannah Goldie. In the first round, McCann exerted pressure on Goldie through flawless boxing and then executed the same lethal approach that had proven effective months earlier. What made it even more stunning was that it was not a fluke. She demonstrated that her first spinning elbow KO was the result of technique rather than luck. 2 consecutive highlight reel finishes inside the UFC octagon boosted her star power overnight, demonstrating that she was not only a fan favorite but also a real competitor with knockout flair. 1. Inspiring her city, Molly's journey extends well beyond her successes in the cage to the lives she touches outside of it. Growing up in Liverpool, a city known for its toughness, she turned adversity into inspiration, demonstrating that difficulty does not define destiny. Her accomplishment has motivated young girls who previously thought they didn't belong in combat sports, demonstrating that barriers can be crossed. Local gyms and schools now see her as proof that hard work can make dreams come true. Molly is more than simply a warrior. She's a symbol of pride for her city and a voice that encourages others to overcome obstacles. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite Molly moment in the comments. I'll read the best ones in the next video. Until then, keep believing in miracles. Take care.